Lobby group AfriForum has wrapped up its briefing in the last hour. It's following the arrest of 5 suspects in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case. It claims the mastermind is still at large and that the murder was in fact a hit and not a robbery gone wrong, as previously claimed. Joining us now for more on the story is AfriForum's advocate, Gerrie Nel. Good evening, and thank you so much for your time tonight. When one listens to the media briefing given by the state today, there's a lot of congratulatory messages for SAPS members and the investigations that they've done. I listened to your briefing with AfriForum, and there's a lot more congratulatory messages there for the role that AfriForum has played. Who exactly has done what in this investigation to lead us here today?
No, Kathy, without a doubt, I want to compliment the South African Police Service. I think the South African Police Service did a sterling investigation. Colonel Ganinda and his team did very well. We played a role, but I think today we should congratulate the South African Police Service with what they've done. But having said that, the investigation is not completed. We have been briefed by the South African Police Service. They indicated that this was not a robbery gone wrong, as you said, and that this was an assassination or a hit, more commonly known. And certainly that is the most important aspect of this investigation. And going forward, we will still support the Meyiwa family. We will be a watching brief in the matter. The Meyiwa family has certain concerns, and we will look into those concerns as well. But no, Kathy, I do think that today is a day that one has to congratulate South African Police Service.
What is the difference now between now and when you first got involved in this matter about a year ago? What was the status of the investigation then?
Kathy, what really happened is in January this year, we wrote a letter to the National Director of Public Prosecutions indicating our concerns as far as the NPA is concerned. The matter was then transferred from Johannesburg to Pretoria with a new team of prosecutors and a new focus on the matter. We've also wrote a letter to the Minister of Police and the Commissioner of Police complaining about the composition of the police investigating team. That was changed, and we do think that since then there was new vigor, new enthusiasm, but certainly when there's a bail application and all the evidence is led, certain things happened during this time that led to the arrest of the 5 people today. I don't want to disclose exactly what happened, but certain things happened which led one thing to another, and that led to the arrests.
We've heard from Senzo Meyiwa's mother, who is saying that those suspects who are being fingered in this murder, those that are behind bars, she believes that that is not necessarily the truth, but in fact it has been different groupings within the SAPS that have been bungling this investigation over the years. Is that part of the reason why you asked for a change in teams?
Well, not necessarily. We asked for a change in team because when we met with this team, we just formed the impression quickly that we don't think that team would be able to investigate this matter and reach any success. So when the team was changed, I think it was changed for the better, and the proof of the putting us in the E-team. And it was changed. Now we have the success. I do sympathize with the Meyiwa family. Certainly, it's been 5-6 years of lots of trauma. It's been 6 years of lots of rumors. It's been 6 years of lots of versions in this particular matter. I'm just a prosecutor. When I get involved in a matter, I really close my eyes to what's going on at the periphery of the matter. I focus on the evidence. I've had a briefing from the South African Police Service on the evidence in this particular matter. Based on the briefing I've received, I do think that there's a good case, but I've said so and I repeat myself, the Meyiwa family has certain concerns, and we'll be looking into those concerns to reassure them of what we have and what will happen in court.
Advocate Nel, I'm going to press you a little bit more on this issue of the investigating teams. What did you find was wrong with them? So what made them incapable of investigating this murder and seeing it through to prosecution, in your view?
Kathy, as far as we're concerned, when we complained about it, we complained about the composition of the team as it was in January 2020. I've never been one person to say that you're a good investigator because of your rank. The higher your rank, the better investigator you are. So when we got involved with the team, we indicated that we would like the real investigators to deal with this matter. We were satisfied that when the team was changed, the real investigators took charge of this case, focused on the particular facts of the matter, were open to suggestions from us, were open to consult with us, and I think that cooperation also played a small role in reaching the stage where we are today. So as far as we're concerned, we got involved at the end of 2019. We engaged police management in January 2020, as we did also with the National Prosecuting Authority. So, no, I don't think there's anything more to be read into this than what we've done.
You've said unequivocally that this was an assassination, a hit on Meyiwa's life. That automatically brings up questions around motive. You've spent a lot of time looking at this case, speaking to the family. What do you think would have been behind it? Who would have wanted Senzo Meyiwa dead, and why?
Kathy, those are very good questions, and I expected that I would be getting those questions. But it's too early. Too early to even suggest a motive. I am, however, satisfied that the police have looked into this matter, that the police have compiled evidence that could be used to decide on a prosecution or not. I wouldn't want to say anything that would prejudice this matter further. So I do think we should allow the police opportunity to investigate, and we've made it clear that as far as the family is concerned and as far as myself and my team is concerned, we would assist as far as we can to ensure that justice is done.
You're keeping a hawk's eye on this situation, and again, I have an appreciation for the fact that you know how the NPA works, so you would understand where some of the systemic issues around this case may have been, given your history within the state and doing work there. So when it comes then to you going forward and continuing to keep a close eye, do you think that that's the only way that this case is going to reach its conclusion? And would we have been here today without you basically showing the state a stick, and almost threatening an ultimatum that if they don't do it, you certainly will?
I'm very reluctant to compliment ourselves. What I can say, however, you're correct. Myself and my team has been involved with either the police or the National Prosecuting Authority. We understand how they function, and I do think that it was very important to have an independent body from outside looking in, not involved in any either organizational or other politics in the matter, just having a look at the facts, appreciating what there is, and also have the skill to know what would be admissible and what not, and to advise. So, yes, I do think that we've played a role in just being there, in casting an eye on the investigation, making sure that everything that there is would be presented, be able to present it in court. So in that way we played a role.
Advocate Nel, one of the things that this case around Senzo Meyiwa also does is that it brings into sharp focus the lack of access to justice that many families feel, that they have to fight for years and years just for them to be able to get answers. And from everything that you've said, there's a theme of incapacitated police officers who are in charge of investigating cases but simply do not have the skills they need to do that. Given your own account and what you've seen, what do you have to say to that? Can our police service, without the work of individuals like yourself, successfully prosecute cases like this and see them to fruition for the majority of South Africans, and not just for those that end up being lucky and have individuals like you pursue them?
I have to say yes. I still have confidence in the justice system. I do believe that there are very good policemen and policewomen in the South African Police Service, as I do believe that there are very good prosecutors in the NPA, and I do think that sometimes it's just necessary and an advantage if somebody like us can get involved and to ensure that justice is done. But certainly, I must believe that there are good policemen, and I know there are good policemen, good policewomen in the South African Police Service, and I'm convinced that they'll be able to investigate all these matters. In some instances where this doesn't happen, people like us can then ensure that justice is done.
All right, let's leave it there for tonight. AfriForum's advocate Gerrie Nel, thank you so much for your time on News at Prime. Still